Welcome. I'm Jessica. I've got two blocks for tonight's practice. It'll be about an hour. Now, if you don't have blocks, that's okay. These are to sit on, and you could always sit on a pillow if you want. You could always start on your back. I like to put two blocks next to each other lengthwise. That gives you a little bit of a sturdier base. And I personally am going to sit cross-legged on these blocks. You sit however's comfortable for you. Wherever you're starting this practice, try to settle in for a little bit of stillness here. We're talking about Apana Mudra today. This is a down and out flow of excess energy and emotion. Now, what this doesn't mean is trying to let go of something that's feeling heavy in your mind or your heart right now. Could be maybe something you've been holding on to for a while. Coming up to the screen to show you Apana Mudra, you bring your middle fingers to your thumb on both hands. And you extend your index fingers and your pinkies. Now, if you're on your back, you could keep your arms rested down at your side, maybe with this Apana Mudra. If you're seated, bring these Apana Mudra hands inside of your knees. That is if you're cross-legged. Now your arms are extended here, and so are your index fingers and your pinkies. You'll be here for a few minutes. Your fingers will probably relax. Your arms will probably relax as well, get a little heavier. That's okay. Don't worry too much about it. Move your awareness to your breath and see where in your body you feel it the most. Could be your belly, your chest, your shoulders, your throat, maybe up through your face. Try to follow this path your breath is moving. Very slowly inhale through your nose. Let your belly do the work. Try to let your shoulders relax. And open your mouth. Try sighing it out like you're fogging up a mirror. Another cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth sigh like you're fogging a mirror. One more inhale. Sigh it out. Seal your lips. Maybe even slower now. Inhale to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top. Exhale out your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a few more to your own breath. And finish up your last round of 4 count breathing here. Let your mudra hand placement relax your hands, let them be soft. Relax your arms. Focus a little bit on our breath today. Try not to force anything. You're in the seat a little longer if you want to switch the crossing of your legs. And if you need to set an intention for your practice, any word or phrase that's meaningful to you, you can try that now. Join whenever you're ready. Inhale, sweep your arms up high over your ears. Exhale to drop your right arm down. Reach your left arm overhead for a side body stretch. Right elbow might take a little bend. Belly pulls in. Inhale, reach up high with your arms. Exhale to drop your left arm. Reach your right arm overhead. Try to stay rooting down through both hips. Belly pulls in. Inhale your arms up over your ears. Exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee and plant your right hand about behind your right hip. Twisting over to the right, glance over your right shoulder. Keep your twist. Breathe in. Exhale to look over your left shoulder. Back through center. Inhale, reach up with your arms. Exhale, twisting to the left, right hand towards your left knee. Left hand might plant behind your left hip. Try your gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe in. Exhale to look over your right shoulder. You're still in your twist. Back through center. Inhale, your arms go high overhead. Exhale, relax your hands down at your lap. Now, if you prefer to stay seated, you could remain as you are and head through cat cow. Otherwise, move to tabletop, hands and knees pose. Set your blocks to the top of your space if you've got them. In your tabletop, separate your knees a few inches so you've got a sturdier base. Press your palms into the ground and look out in front of your fingertips. Inhale for cow. Lower your belly. Look forward. Open up through your shoulders, your chest. Exhale, look back towards your belly button and draw your belly button in toward your spine for cat. Inhale, cow. Drop your belly. Look forward. Exhale for cat. Chin to chest. Push the ground away. Inhale, cow. Drop your belly. Exhale, cat. Push away. Inhale, cow. Belly drops. Look forward. Exhale towards cat. Chin to your chest. Inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale, curl your toes under and push your hips up high, downward facing dog. This will be about the only down dog we do today.
You could always stay in tabletop and extend either foot behind you, trying to stretch into your calves. If you're in down dog, maybe you pedal out your heels, circle your head, your neck, yes and no movements. Inhale, shift all the way forward to high plank, shoulders over your wrists, and right away drop your knees down. Stay here to breathe. Your hips pull forward. You've got a line from your neck down through your tailbone. Your belly's starting to feel the effort. Breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Now keep your hands positioned near your armpits. Elbows graze your rib cage. Your chin or your forehead meet the ground. Inhale, push into your hands for cobra, any amount. Could have a pretty big bend. Hands could be pretty soft against the ground and lower back down for your exhale. Again, inhale it for cobra. Lift your chest, any amount. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale up to table. Exhale, send your knees a little bit wider and drop to your forearms or your forehead for child's pose. Sink in your tailbone back towards your heels. Notice how a little stillness feels after a little movement. Please rest whenever you need. Make your way back to tabletop, hands and knees. And start to slide your right foot off the right side of your space so your right foot's about in line with your right hip for gate. Your right pinky edge of your foot pulls down towards the ground. Start to walk your hands a little bit inside of this right leg. Breathe in. Exhale to walk your hands back through center and start to slide your right foot up towards your right hand. You've got a generous bend in your right knee and heel toe it up between your hands. If you've got blocks under your hands here, this will give you quite a bit more space for your chest or your belly. Left knee's on the ground here if that's comfortable. You could always curl your toes under and lift it back up. Pause here with the hands, or they could meet your right thigh. Anjaneyasana, arms could reach high over the ears. Try to brace your belly in. A little wake up for your hips. I like to curl my back toes under here. It feels a little better on my knee, but you could always relax your back toes. Inhale your hands back down to frame your right foot. Exhale to reach your right arm up to your right thigh or high to the sky for a twist. My left hand's still on this block. I almost always have these blocks glued to my hands if my hands are on the ground. Inhale your right hand back down and exhale your right knee back for table, hands and knees. This time your left foot slides off the left side of your mat for gate legs. Your left pinky edge of your foot pointing down toward the ground. Left foot's about in line with your left hip. You might walk your hands towards your left shin a bit more. And see how this feels in your right hip, back of your left leg, inside your left thigh. Inhale to walk your hands back through center. They could always meet the blocks at the top of your mat. Exhale to bend your left knee and slide it to the top of your space, your left foot, that is, and start to wiggle this left foot inside of your hands here. Hands to the ground to stay, maybe to your left thigh. Maybe you reach up high. Belly braces in. This will help pull your hips back a little bit and activate deep into your hips here. Inhale your hands back down to frame your left foot. Exhale to reach your left arm to your left thigh, shoulders turn over to the left. You could also reach high to the sky. Noting how that feels with the level of stiffness you've got in your middle to upper back. Inhale your left hand back down to frame your left foot and curl your right toes under so you can lift your right knee if it's down. Exhale, step your right foot forward to meet the left, forward fold. I like to change my setting on my blocks here so they're on their highest setting. My hands have met these blocks now, relaxing my upper body, and I'm taking a pretty generous bend in my knees. You separate your feet a little wider, that'll give you a little more room for your belly, but you could always rest your forearms on your thighs. Inhale, come up about halfway, hands to your blocks, your shins, your thighs. Try to keep the bend in your knees and pause here to breathe. In your forward fold, you are rounded in your back. In this halfway lift, your spine becomes long. Top of your head, the crown points toward the wall in front of you. Belly pulls in and your shoulders pull to the sky. Feet are pressing down. Come all the way up tall to stand. Arms reach down at your side. Inhale your arms up over your ears. Exhale to drop your right arm down. Reach your left arm overhead. Try to keep your left foot on the ground. Inhale up tall with the arms. Exhale to drop your left arm down. Your right arm reaches overhead. Another breath. Brace your belly in. Inhale, reach up. Arms over your ears. Exhale back to your forward fold. Hinge forward, hands to your blocks. You could hang heavy, feet could separate more. Spine is soft. Inhale up halfway for an engaged belly. Shoulders pull up to the sky. Knees are slightly bent. Exhale, come all the way back up to stand. Arms reach down at your side. Inhale your arms up high over your ears. Exhale to bend your knees for chair. Sink your tailbone down. Now think about rooting your feet down to the ground. Try not to rock here into the feet. Right foot stays. Inhale all the way up tall. Lift up your left knee, one-legged Tadasana. Now pause here. You're balancing on this right leg. Your left toes could be on the ground. They could be on that block if you've got it. And this could be your balance pose. You could also try crossing your left ankle over your right thigh, standing figure four. Hands come to heart center to minimize what you're doing. And then maybe you take a slightly deeper bend into your right knee. Try to keep your eyes focused on the ground in front of you. This will help your balance. 2 feet on the ground would be chair. You could always kickstand your left foot out in front of your right ankle too. Come all the way back tall. Inhale, reach up. Your left knee lifts. My toes meet the block. Exhale, step your left toes back to plant for crescent. Your right knee's got a bend, and if you instantly feel like you're on a balance beam, wiggle your right foot wider. Little engagement here in your right thigh, maybe a little stretch for your left thigh. Breathe in crescent. Exhale, open up your back heel to plant for warrior two. Keep the bend in your right knee and arms reach wide. Focus over your right middle finger. Breathe in. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Send your right arm all the way high. Now, if you can't breathe here, you've reached too far. Come out of it a bit. Notice the stretch in the right rib cage. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your right forearm down to your right thigh. Your left arm reaches up. But always place a block under this right hand. You're trying to keep your core strong. You've got almost no weight in this right forearm. Belly pulls in if it's not. Inhale, warrior two. Arms to a T. Look over your right fingers. Exhale, step your left foot up to meet the right. Tadasana, arms down at your side. Plug your feet in here right away. Try not to rock too much.
Engage from your shoulders down through your fingers. Inhale, your arms go high over your ears. Exhale for chair, bend your knees. Belly braces in a little bit. Feet are steady. Now you can stay on 2 feet at any point. Inhale, come all the way back tall and take your right knee up this time. One-legged Tadasana to balance here if you'd like. Or exhale, maybe it's your right ankle over your left thigh, standing figure four. Hands come to heart center. Draw your tailbone down. Could always try tree pose with a straight left leg and right foot kickstanding at your left ankle. That might be a little bit less heat building, still grounding, still rooting down. 2 more breaths in your standing figure four. Inhale, come up tall to stand. Your right knee lifts, your right foot might meet the ground. Exhale for crescent. Plant your right foot behind you, and maybe your left foot needs to step wider. Arms reach up, little stretch for your right quad. Big breath in here in crescent. Big breath out. Start to open up your back foot for warrior two. Left toes still face the front edge of your space. Right toes now face the long edge of your space. Arms might reach wide to a T if your shoulders are liking this. Focus over your left finger. Breathe in. Exhale, reverse. Your left arm goes up. Your right arm will drop about down your back leg. Gaze can be where you need it. And remember, you're still breathing, and if you can't, come out of it. Stay for the in breath. Exhale your left forearm down, right arm up for side angle. Pretty strong core here. Keeping that bend in your front knee, building a little heat in your lower half, your abdomen. Core is strong. Inhale, warrior two. Look over your left middle finger. Exhale, step your right foot up to meet the left. Tadasana, arms down at your side. Now you could stay here and visualize yourself doing this practice. That is still yoga, and it's probably much more difficult than what I have planned. We'll take that again. We'll add on a little bit. Inhale, arms up. Exhale for chair. Sink your seat. You could stay. Inhale up tall. Lift your left knee with you. One-legged Tadasana. Exhale, maybe your left ankle crosses over your right thigh. Standing figure four. Hands to heart center and draw your tailbone down. Try to get into the hips a little bit here. Releasing anything that might be stuck there, anything that's hanging a little heavy. Inhale, back up tall, arms over your ears. Your left knee follows. Exhale for crescent. Float your left toes behind you and bend into your right knee. Inhale your hands to heart center in prayer. Exhale, try a twist over to the right. Notice if you feel this in your right glute, your right hip. Feet are pretty steady here. If they're rocking around a bit, that's very normal. Inhale back tall for crescent, arms high. Exhale, warrior two, back foot opens up. Look over your right middle finger here. Inhale, reverse your warrior, right arm all the way high. Exhale, side angle, right arm down, your left arm up high. Now from here, come back to warrior two, breathe in. Exhale, try straightening your right leg. If you're hypermobile, make sure you've got a micro bend here. Front leg is pretty engaged in the quad. Reach forward with your right hand to adjust your hip, and then bring your right hand inside of your right knee, your shin. I like a block here under my right hand for triangle. My left arm's reaching way up.
You could always tuck your left hand at your left hip or the small of your back, though. Triangle's full body. If it's hurting anywhere, try side angle with a bend in your knee. You could always come back to warrior two. Now bend your right knee. Inhale, arms back to a T. Warrior two. Watch out for that block if you moved it. Exhale, step the left foot to meet the right. Tadasana, arms reach down. Inhale, arms up high over your ears. Exhale for chair, sink your seat. You could stay on 2 feet or inhale back tall, lift your right knee, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale your right ankle over your left thigh, standing figure four. Any other balance pose works, y'all. Hands to heart center, tailbone sinks a bit. Keep your eyes from moving. Come back up tall. Inhale, your arms reach. Right knee follows. Exhale for crescent. Right toes plant behind you and bend into your left knee. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, a little twist over to the left. If you're on a balance beam, your left foot wiggles wider. Keep your eyes steady. This will help keep your feet a little more steady. Inhale, reach up, arms over your ears. Exhale, warrior two. Back foot spins down. Settle in a little bit. Inhale, your left arm goes up. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, your left arm down. Side angle. Your right arm up. Belly's pulling in. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to straighten your front leg. Really engage your front quad. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale your left hand down inside your left knee, your shin. Remember, this could be side angle too. Could push into a block here. Right hand could meet your hip. Belly pulls in and bend your front knee. Inhale, warrior two. Arms to a T. Exhale, step your right foot up to meet the left. Tadasana, arms down at your side. We've got one more sequence. Skip whatever you don't want to do. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to lift your left knee, any amount, and start to step your left foot back for warrior one this time. So your left heel plants down on the ground. Your left toes point a little forward and a little out, not quite as far as they would in warrior two. And your arms reach high over your ears, but if your shoulders want something more relaxing, hands could meet your hips. Stay for the in-breath. Exhale to drop your right arm down at your side. Reach your left arm overhead for a side body stretch. Feet are planted here. You're finding a sturdy base. Belly pulls in. Inhale, arms over your ears. Exhale to sweep your arms down at your side. Power warrior. Now you're not sweeping as far as you can. You're pulling your shoulder blades together and bracing your belly. Maybe you add Apana Mudra in the hands, middle fingers to your thumbs, index fingers and pinkies extend. That down and outflow of energy here with your exhales, maybe you can feel it. If you need some balance to round out your practice, kick off your left foot for airplane. Your right leg will get straight. Your left toes don't even have to leave the ground. Eyes are focused. Breathe in. Exhale, step your left foot back. Warrior two. Open up your back heel. Arms to a T. They could also meet your hips. You're not here too long. Inhale for a straight front leg. Exhale, reach forward and then down for triangle. Right away, I've got a block inside this right foot, meeting my right hand. Start to bend your right knee here. And reach your hands down inside of your right foot. I'm going for the blocks. My left heel's pointing up to the sky for lizard lunge. And my right foot's wiggling out wider to the wide edge of my mat for belly space, hip space. You could drop your left knee here if you need something deeper or more steady. You could also stack your blocks and rest your forearms down on them. You're in this lizard for a couple more breaths. Back to your tall arms if you lower down. And left knee lowers to the ground if that's comfortable. Start to push your hips back for half split. Take the blocks with you if you want. Right toes point up. Your right leg gets a little straighter. Hands can stay inside your right leg, but you could also frame your right leg. If your hamstring's screaming at you, try a little bit of a bend into your right knee. Now, if you don't love this on your left knee, left toes would curl under and push your hips up high. It's more like wide pyramid. Both legs are a little straight. Whatever pose you've chosen, you could try adding a twist. Your left hand stays to your block or your ground, and your right arm might sweep up high. You probably feel this real deep outside of your right hip. At least I do, almost down my IT band as well. Inhale your right hand down and bend your right knee. Your hands will start to walk forward. Exhale to curl your left toes under so you can lift up your left knee and step your left foot forward. Forward fold. Wiggle your feet to the wider edges of your space. Your heels will point in, your toes will point out. Hands down to the ground. Let your upper body be heavy. My hands are on my blocks, not on the ground. Knees are a little soft. You could make this malasana. Try a generous bend in the knees, sink your tailbone down. I'm going to stack my blocks and send them right under my tailbone. Hands could stay on the ground. They could also come to heart center in prayer. If you do have blocks and they're not under you, you could try placing the block between your hands. This will send your elbows even wider, might increase the stretch for your hips. Now, if you don't love Malasana, child's pose might feel nice. Same with butterfly on a seat, soles of your feet together, knees out wide. This Malasana can be good for your excess flow of energy or inside of you, your digestive tract. This can help get things moving a little bit, getting rid of some excess you didn't know you had to think about. Hands meet the ground or your blocks. Push your hips up high and wiggle your feet back to a comfortable distance. Start to push yourself up tall to a standing position. If you're ready to be on the ground, we'll be there very soon. You could head there now. Got the sequence one more time on the left. Inhale, reach up. Take your right knee with you. Exhale your right foot back and bend into your left knee, warrior one. Right foot is completely planted, but your right toes point out a bit. Make sure that heel's down. If it's not, step it more forward. Big breath in, warrior one. Exhale to drop your left arm down at your side, could also meet your hip, and reach your right arm over to the left side of the room. Little side body stretch. Belly braces in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down at your side for power, warrior. Shoulder blades pull together, belly pulls in. Apana Mudra if you want it. Middle fingers to your thumbs. Index fingers, pinky fingers extend. That down and outflow of energy, trying to send it out of you. And maybe you kick off your right foot for airplane, left leg gets long. I'm keeping my right toes on the mat tonight.
I don't need to build too much heat. One more breath in. Exhale, step your right foot back to open. Warrior two. Settle in here. Bends in your left knee. Arms might be to a T and look over your left middle finger. Inhale, try a straight front leg, little micro bend if you'd like. Exhale to reach forward with the left hand and then down. I've got the block under my left hand. My right arm's reaching pretty high. Could also tuck it to your right hip. Start to bend your left knee and hands come down inside of your left foot for lizard lunge. Right heel points toward the sky. Left foot wiggles wide. I'm dropping my right knee down tonight. Feeling a little more stretchy. Could always stack your blocks here to rest your forearms. If you've got a pillow, that might work nicely too. There's another hip stretch you have in mind. You could take that instead. Try 3 more breaths in your lizard. Come back up to your tall arms. And half split if your back knee's down. You could lower it if you want. Left toes point up. If your back knee's lifted, it's more like wide pyramid. Both legs are a little straighter. Remember that half split's pretty intense on your left hamstring. Your hips are bowed over your right knee. Left toes point up. You choose if there's a bend into your left leg. If you want that twist, right hand stays down, left arm might sweep up. So you're pushing down and back into your left hip. See if you feel that a little more. Inhale your left hand down. Bend your left knee, hands will walk more forward. Exhale, slide your left knee back to meet the right for table, but right away you're heading to a seat. Take your time getting there. There's no right way to get there. Once you make it to your seat, try butterfly, soles of your feet together, knees wide. Now your feet don't have to be as close to you as they can. Could wiggle them out a bit. Could even send the blocks under your knees if you want more support there. Sitting tall could work nicely. Rounding forward could feel good too. If you want less effort here, if you've got a pillow or 2 blocks, you could stack the blocks to rest your forehead down on. Gently come back up tall. Keep this bend in your right knee and send your left leg out long so your right foot lines up somewhere inside this left leg. Try to sit tall facing your left leg. If it's out wider, you might turn your shoulders towards your left leg. Otherwise, start to walk your hands down your left leg. They might meet your thigh, your shin. And notice if anything's hanging heavy here in your mind, maybe in your body.
You're not trying to have a bunch of thoughts here. You're trying to notice what's going on. Breathe in. Exhale up tall and send your right leg out long. Sole of your left foot lines up anywhere inside of this right leg. If you're already on your back, this is reclined tree. If you'd rather head to your back, you could take it there too. Sitting tall over your right leg. Maybe you fold over this right leg. If you need something more restorative, you could stack your blocks on your right thigh. One more breath in. Exhale to push yourself up tall, and your left leg will go long. If there's anything else you need from a seat, take it. We're going to head to our back. If you need socks on or a sweater or a blanket, you can always keep all of that nearby. But whenever you're ready, you could head to your back. Bring your feet flat, point your knees up. Send your feet a little bit wider, about hip distance apart, and drop your knees over to the right. If your blocks get in your way, set them off to the side. Your left knee meets about where the arch of your right foot is. Try to relax your arms at your side. If you need something deeper here, cross your right ankle outside of your left knee. Doesn't matter if your right ankle's crossed over the left thigh, come back through center, left foot's flat, and cross your right ankle over your left knee if you haven't already. Try dropping over to the left for a twist. You could always drop your right foot down to a block. As you breathe here, try to feel a little heavier. Make your way back through center. Uncross your right ankle. Send your feet back to about mat distance apart and try dropping your knees over to the left. Pause here before adding anything else. Notice how this is feeling through your thighs, your hips. If you want more, left ankle could hook outside your right thigh. Stay here longer if you want. Come back through center with the knees. Left ankle over your right thigh if it's not already. Pausing here. Maybe you drop over to the right for a twist. Check in with how your jaw is. Relax it if you need to. Soften your shoulders a little more if you could. Breath is probably pretty relaxed by now. If it's not, try to reduce your effort there. Breathe in. Exhale, make your way back through center. Uncross your left ankle. Bring your feet about hip distance apart and reach your arms down at your side. Start to lift up your hips for bridge. You'll root through your shoulders, your feet. Any amount is fine. You could always wedge a block under here too if you want something a little less or a little more restorative. Keep breathing in this bridge. One more inhale. Exhale to lower your hips all the way down. And start to settle in for your final resting pose. If there's last movement you need, take that here. You could be on your back in corpse pose. You could lie on your side. You could even move to your belly or a seat, wherever you can take a rest. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Exhale to soften, get heavy in your space. Relax your belly, your hands. Adjust your shoulders if you need to. Separate your feet more if you could. Pull your toes towards your shins. Notice the slight tension you're adding, and maybe you increase it up through your thighs, your hips, your glutes, the briefest engagement of your muscles from your toes up through your hips. Notice how this feels to hold on to, the effort it takes to hold on here. Breathe in. Exhale to relax your lower half. Soften your glutes, your thighs. Let your feet relax. Your breath is natural. Move your awareness up to your hands. Make the slightest fist with your hands. Not like you're going to use a fist, but maybe your finger pads barely touch your palms. Start to increase this effort up through your forearms, your upper arms, your shoulders. Try not to let your limbs leave the ground. A little brace of your belly. Now notice how it feels to hold on to this tension, how much effort it takes to be here. Breathe in. Exhale, relax your belly, your chest, your shoulders. Let your hands be heavy to the ground. Move up toward your face. Maybe you lift your eyebrows a little bit, like you're saying, wow. Eyes can stay closed. You could try squinting them, crinkling your nose, pressing your tongue to the backs of your teeth. Notice this effort. Breathe in. Exhale, relax your effort. Let your teeth part slightly. Let your eyes be heavy in their sockets. And make sure your eyebrows are relaxed. Let your head relax. You've prepped your body here for rest. Try to honor that rest. Shavasana. Rest here longer if you have time.
I'll end your practice as you are, and I thank you for joining me tonight. There's a place in each of us learning to breathe a little softer, let go of a little bit of effort, of tension that we hold on to so deeply. This journey for me honors this journey for each and every one of you. Peace.